Edwards against Bain. Out of bounds. It'll be Memphis's ball.
Boy, you get excellent all-out energy in every minute he's on the floor. Plays hard and with great intensity, and he's got a commitment to working hard in practice. That is a really good combination for one of your franchise players.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Fantastic replay we just saw of the mobile one drive.
Yeah, he made that drive look easy, but that had a high degree of difficulty.
Now here's Towns. Big-time contributor on offense. Just over 22 points a game. Clock at 4. And Gobert with the stuff.
Boy, nice movement from Towns there. Excellent teamwork, and Towns was the catalyst.
Practice certainly has paid off when you look at Anthony Edwards' stat line, Clark.
Yeah, improvement across the board, B.A., and that doesn't just happen by accident or osmosis. You got to put the work in. In almost every category, his game is only getting stronger and better. The future, extremely bright for this young man, especially if he can keep that arrow green and going forward.
Jackson outside. Back to MP. And MP throws it down.
Adding to his game over time. When Jackson spots his open teammates like this, the offense runs much smoother.
MP's gone 3 for 4 from the floor tonight. Here's Edwards. The shot no good. Great key that time from Bain. MP right side. And it's good. Fought through.
It's inside. They've been getting that way and playing that way the whole time, setting the tone right away that the inside area is their territory.
And something else I've noticed is how they've been able to cause turnovers and take advantage of them on the offensive end, not wasting those extra chances at all.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Towns.
Pieces in place to be a playoff regular and still the youth to grow in the long term. That's a nice combination, especially when you look at a guy like Anthony Edwards. He's special.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Reed's checked in. Jackson the screen. MP with it. Towns covering. Edwards against Bain. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson.
The attention to detail on defense. Jackson reads shooters well and knows when to go for blocks.
The 3 is up. Can't hit that one. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Shot is good by Edwards.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Morant. His last outing, he had 18 points.
Sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Here's Reed. They trail by 7. Pass to Edwards. The 3 ball. Edwards can't get that one to fall. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Jackson, pass to Brooks. Here's MP. And MP throws it down.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
The Timberwolves have gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Here's Noel, pounded by Morant. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first. Pass to Towns. The 3. The Grizzlies pull it in. This game against Minnesota is the first time they've met this year.
The team they beat in round 1 of the playoffs last season. Now, those guys will be looking for some serious payback.
Added incentive in a game like this. I mean, they've got to be ready to rise up to that challenge.
Now here's MP. 14 points for him. And it's Brooks missing. Edwards against Bain. Outside Edwards. To the wing on the left. Launches it. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him.
The Grizzlies, 16. The Timberwolves, 7. The Grizzlies Rebirth Center.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
And so it's Minnesota with it. They trail by 9. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Phoenix.
And the win was there for them, but they just let it get away. Just couldn't make enough plays late.
And, you know, those are the kind of games that sting and that bad taste lingers. Knowing you were in it, but not coming through down the stretch, those are hard to get over sometimes.
On the court for the Timberwolves, second quarter underway. Kyle Anderson is out there with Rudy Gobert. Then it's Jalen Noel. Then there's Taurean Prince. And it's Edwards in at the 2. Down low. And stolen by Jones. And now the Grizzlies on the run. Here's Brooks. It doesn't go for him. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. And after this game wraps up, they're off to Cleveland where they'll face the Cavaliers. It'll be their second game of a 4-game road trip. Gobert finds Edwards. He buries it from 3. Edwards has got 10 points in the game.
Well, a big trade over the summer, bringing Rudy Gobert to the Wolves. And it's a bit of a fresh start for Gobert, a main star of this team that is loaded with talent, but needed that defense. defensive angle.
And the basket by Tillman.
They're not messing around.
I thought his passing was absolutely fantastic. I mean, really picked apart the defense all game long.
So Memphis going with an almost entire new group here. MP is checked in for Adams. Clark comes in for Tillman. Desmond Bain, he's checked in for Brooks. And it's... Ja Morant in for Kennard. And the Timberwolves will go for a different look here. Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Anderson. Deck, he's checked in for Prince. And McDaniels is subbed in for Edwards. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. Following the score by Minnesota. And then Morant with the dunk.
Slams it down with two hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Here's Noel. 9 points for him in his last game. 1:24 left in the first half. And he drops it in from the low post. Noel's gotten his first bucket of the night.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
Clark, the pass to MP. Clark with the screen. From deep, MP. McDaniels with the rebound. The Timberwolves trail. Pass to Reed. Let's go with a three. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
MP up top. Reed defending. They get it back. Outside for Moran. Back to MP. Good. And the setup by Moran. MP's got 16 points.
And I love how they're working much harder on the glass this quarter and drumming up more second chance opportunities.
Well, the hustle and the effort, the persistence, all of that paying off in a big way. And that's something that makes a coach smile.
Now here's McDaniels. He's coming off a 10-point game against Phoenix.
A pest down low. Those 3 blocks really affected guys attacking the hoop.
Clark, the pass to Moran. Inside with 2 seconds left. And it's laid in by Jones. And now it's a 9-point Memphis lead.
We've watched Moran get so good at this. Instinctively spots the opening and feeds a really good shooter.
That'll do it for the first half. It's the Grizzlies up 9. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
We'll get to the first half action in just a second, but first, let's take a look at where teams are sitting in the power rankings.
Taking a look here at the Grizzlies, they've won 4 straight since we last ran this segment. They might be the hottest team in the league right now.
You can see the confidence in their body language. There's an air about them right now. They don't feel they can be beaten.
Well, I missed the body language class when I was at LSU, Ernie.
And now let's focus on our game. A strong first half for the Memphis Grizzlies. Thanks for tuning in. Now it's
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Last season, we saw a lot of teams bring a renewed focus to their defensive efforts. Clark, you think it paid off?
I think it did. I mean, scoring was down across the league, BA. So that clearly indicates defense took a step forward. And, you know, great defense for championship teams has always been central and key. So I don't think it's an exception. I think that's the rule now. Defense wins.
Moran and Bain in the backcourt together. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward. It's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. In Towns' three-pointer is elite, but some don't think centers should float around beyond the arc. What's the balance there, you think, Grant?
Well, I mean, first of all, it just shows how the game has evolved with big guys shooting like him. The bottom line, just play with aggression.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Jaren Jackson Jr. I actually played a bit with his dad, Jaren Sr. in Orlando back in the early 2000s, which means I'm old.
And the Jacksons, just the latest father-son NBA duo. Lots of great ones there, Craig.
So true, B.A. The Curry family might be the best ever. The Berries, including our own colleague Brent. The Thompsons with Clay in the league currently. Just some incredible NBA families to admire.
And here's Moran. And he's been a big part of their offense, averaging more than 18 points a game. And there it is for him. MP's got 18.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Pass to Towns. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Right side Bain to the inside. Jackson, and he lays it up and in. And now it's a 12-point Memphis lead.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Back to Noel. Shot clock at 5. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Here's Edwards. No luck on that one. Now Memphis takes it the other way. After this game, they can look forward to Washington, where they'll match up against the Wizards. It'll be the front end of a 2-game road trip.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
Time called here. The Timberwolves decide to talk it over.
Keep that pressure up. They can't make
Checked in for Minnesota. Prince comes in for McDaniels. Here's Anderson. His stats right now averaging 9 points a game. On the wing, Noel, pounded by Moran. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Pass to Moran. And here's MP. Back to Moran. MP is doubled. Brooks outside. Kicks it out to Jackson. Just 5 to shoot. 16 feet out. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. The Timberwolves have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Here's Noel. Another miss by Minnesota. And here's Memphis. They've gone on an 8-0 run. And it's Morant.
An electric player. Morant just bouncing off the contact and finishing on the drive.
On the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, good looks by our terrific camera crew. Well, it's going to take something special now to get them back in this game.
Unfortunately, it just doesn't seem likely.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, the NBA markets itself behind its star players, but Commissioner Adam Silver understands what makes the game tick. He said, quote, "This is a team sport. In order to truly win championships and compete at the highest level, all the players have to come together."
So true, Allie. Thank you. Kennard finds MP. Back to Kennard. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Jackson against Anderson. Pass to Gobert. Yes, it's good. Gobert's got his second bucket of the night. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Adam.
Always, coach.
Yeah, all right, get in there. Guy. He comes in. He.
.60 ticks off the clock here in the fourth. MP against Gobert. MP no good. Trying to claw their way back into this.
And the best way to do that, minimize your mistakes and take good shots.
On the court for Minnesota. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. Taurean Prince is out there with Edwards. And it's McDaniels in at the 3 spot.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
Their defense has been on point all game long. They're out hustling the shooters and swatting down plenty of shots.
Boy, I've liked the defensive persistence, hounding the opposition and forcing mistakes. As a result, coming up with steals, too.
2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Jackson outside. MP up top.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
No
Great call.
contact and a good call by the officials.
And he makes the first.
Yeah, and we hear this a lot about the competing. There's probably no team in the NBA that has more reason for optimism than Memphis.
Noel, he's checked in for Prince. You know, I think about all the optimism surrounding the Grizzlies. The rest of the NBA has been put on notice.
The NBA, and they should be. This team should be a contender for years to come. If the front office makes the right moves, which they have in the last few years, they could be hanging up some banners very soon.
MP's shot is good. MP's got 21.
Taking it right at the rack. I mean, that defense is looking real frustrated.
Well, they should be. I mean, it has not been a good performance for them at that end of the floor.
Edwards, the pass to McDaniels. Back to Edwards. Lets the 3 fly. And no good. Now Memphis takes it the other way. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter. Throws it up high. Trying to go for a lob there. Excellent defense and anticipation to stop it. To the paint. Looking to end this cold spell. And yep, it's good. Edwards got 4 points now in the quarter.
Built like a linebacker, Edwards is not your average off guard, folks.
MP against Gobert. Can't get it to fall. The Timberwolves shooting a solid 47%. Here's Noel. 1:10 left to play in the fourth. 6 to shoot. With a 9-footer. Here's Towns. No good from the wing.
Great work by the defense. That's the intensity coaches want to see. And they had an advantage tonight. Came out sharp and did what was needed. Nice win here for the Grizzlies.
I think it was their play in the paint that got them the win tonight.
And the defense seemed powerless to stop them down low, resulting in plenty of high percentage shots for them.
And with this one, they go double digits in the win column.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with a win in the first game.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season. You love to get an opponent figured out early when you're going to be seeing them that often.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for MP.
And I love his composure. He didn't try to do too much or force things, but he was ready to take advantage of every opening the defense gave him.
Edwards against Bain. Pass to Gobert. Towns with the ball. No good on the triple. And so Memphis takes this one by a big margin. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.